Hello, everyone. This is Ebony Vaughn, and as always, I come to you by way of Nexus Wellness Group, where wholeness is our priority. And today, as always, I am excited to come and share with you a word that I truly believe empowers, equips, and encourages the leader and the spirit-filled believer. And today, I want to talk about something that I truly, truly believe we often struggle with, but don't always have the language or the courage to do anything about. And I want to start off our time together by asking you a simple question, right? And that question is, does it really matter? Leaders, does it really matter? And is it worth your time? Now, these two questions, I got to tell you, is something that for a long time has always been difficult for me to answer simply because I'm a worker bee. I work hard. I at times grind hard. At times, as a leader, I wear multiple hats and do different things. And I find myself picking things up and picking them up and picking them up and saying yes when I need to say no, and all of that good stuff that we oftentimes struggle with. But I think that as leaders, we have to be very careful about this. It is all about stewardship. And oftentimes, I find that we get bogged down in things that, in the grand scheme of a thing, it's not really worthy of our time, while the things that matter in our lives oftentimes gets pushed and kind of moved to the sidelines. And so as leaders, I think that it is our responsibility to conduct regular feasibility checks. Now, this word feasibility is not a new word to me, and it's something that I have always considered, but I think that in my time of learning in these past couple of months, and I want to say in 2026, I really took a deep dive into this word feasibility because I really begin to ask myself some serious questions as it relates to, is what I'm doing necessary? Is it impactful? Does it align with my purpose? Is it profitable? What am I really getting out of the deal? Like, I want you to ask yourself those questions as leaders. Like, if you really think about the things that you're doing, what's your answer to those questions? It brings me to mind about a conversation that I had with one of my amazing mentors, Dr. Lisa Fisher now. And she said to me something that I would have never verbalized just because of the person that I am, but I found to be so very true. And one of the things that she said to me was, Ebony, simply put, some of the things that you're doing is no longer worth your time, And when she said that to me, I'm thinking, yeah, but it's not something that I would regularly do because I'm thinking humility or I'm thinking I'm not above this and I'm not above that. But I understood what she meant in the grand scheme of things as I begin to reflect on our conversation. And I think that, that statement, it's not about arrogance, it's about stewardship. And we have to begin to spend our time shaping what we build, what we sustain, and what we desire for the long term in our lives, right? We have to begin to look at, what is my time? My time, what is it shaping? What is being sustained through my time? And what am I unintentionally neglecting? I want you to really think about that because oftentimes this is something that falls by the wayside. So when we think about how we spend our time, we have to realize that if we're not building what God has ordained, then what are we really doing? If we're not sustaining what God is ordaining, then what are we really doing, right? And so I think it's important for us to ask this question without guilt. I think that it's important for us to ask these questions without feeling like you are beholden to anyone else other than God and the assignment that He has on your life. So, again, it is important for us as leaders to lead with intention. So, I leave you with my beginning question. Does it really matter? God bless you, everyone, and have an amazing day.